interim secretary to the Akwa Ibom State Government, Umana Okon Umana is an excellent administrator and a magnificent technocrat whose tenacity is without question. He is endowed with the virtues of self-discipline, determination, open-mindedness, integrity, compassion, and positive work ethics, traits that fit the American statesman and philosopher Benjamin Franklin's description of a great leader, one whose humility to superiors is out of a sense of duty, to equals, courtesy, and to inferiors, nobleness.
Leadership is about service. Leadership is about relationships. Leadership is about people. Leadership is about integrity. Leadership is about honor. Leadership is about commitment. It's about sacrifice. But what is friendship? Friendship is also about people. Friendship is about relationships. It's about service. It's about integrity. It's about honor. It's about commitment. So unless you have the qualities that can drive friendship, there's no way you can even serve as a good and effective leader.
Born on August 20, 1959, Umana Okon Umana is an indigene of Ndiyaosonginyang in Surubium local government area, who has served the Akwa Ibom State Government in various capacities from October 1989, when he joined the State Civil Service as a Principal Budget Officer in the Budget Department of the Ministry of Finance. His capable and dependable attitude to work did not only earn him an Akwa Ibom State Public Service Award for outstanding performance in 1991, it also led to his rapid and spectacular rise to the position of State Director of Budget in a record 9-year period. This unprecedented feat was made possible by various chief executives of Akwa Ibom State, who were appreciative of his hard work and diligence.
It is what your boss says is outstanding that is outstanding. So I was promoted and rewarded by Bako at the time. The same thing with the late Governor Semen, who also promoted me, special promotion from Chief Budget Officer to Assistant Director. Then Adewusi also came and promoted me Director of Budgets.
When I got to Akwa Ibom, and initially we didn't have, commissioners. I was dealing with PAMSEC, DGs at that time. And every time I refer a case to Ministry of Finance, it is Umana Umana, Umana Umana. If I'm going to Abuja to present my budget, it's Umana Umana. Whatever I was doing is Umana Umana Umana. So at one time I said, let me see this Umana Umana. And they brought him, the Commissioner for Finance brought him to my office. I said, oh, so you are the Umana Umana? He said, yes. So he left. And I called the chairman of Civil Service Commission. I said, promote Umana Umana. He said he's not due for promotion. I said, this is a man doing fantastic work that even the PAMSEC, the directors, deputy directors are all relying on him. He is doing a fantastic. Don't I have the power to promote him? Your Excellency, you have the power. I said, okay. By the time I close from the office, I want to see a copy of his promotion. Otherwise, I will sack you. So the chairman left, and then he was promoted. Because he was doing almost everything. I didn't know exactly, because if I'm asking for budget, it's Umana Umana. If I'm asking to verify certain things, it's Umana Umana. Okay, I'm going to Abuja to make presentation. Oh, Umana Umana will follow. I had a picture, I don't know. I wish you told me earlier. I could have shown you where we were in the State House and he was bending down. explaining things to me in presence of General Abacha. So he's one in a million in the state.
The first budget we went to Abuja to present, we were awarded the best state, and that is largely due to his effort, because I'm not used to presenting by preparing budgets. I just came in from the military. I was more used to firing missiles and so on. But with his guidance and his cooperation and the way he worked, sometimes 3-4 days in a lodge without sleeping, we became the best state in budgetary presentation. So I promoted him acting director of budget.
In October 2010, Umana Okon Umana was elevated to the pinnacle of the civil service as permanent secretary in charge of the budget office before his voluntary retirement in August 2003 to take up an appointment in the Akwa Ibom State Executive Council as Commissioner for Finance from August 2003 to May 2007.
The former governor, who made me permanent secretary, made me Commissioner for Finance. And of course my current boss, Governor Godswill Akpabio, who is right in the saddle, directing the affairs of the state today. He is such a wonderful governor, and I thank God that I also have the privilege to serve in his team and to make contributions to the growth and development of Akwa Ibom State. It is not something I want to take for granted. It is a rare privilege, a rare honor. And I want to thank him, even as I also thank God that I'm able to make the contributions, the little contributions, the humble contributions I am making at this time.
One prominent achievement of Umana's tenure as Commissioner for Finance was the successful restructuring of the Interministerial Direct Labor Coordinating Committee. The belief by an American football coach, Vince Lombardi, that leaders are made by hard effort, they are not born, as manifested in the life of Umana Okon Umana, whose early childhood memories of war and its attendant disruption of his educational progress did not stop him from achieving worthwhile goals.
As I look back, and I know that I could even structure my life in phases, the pre-civil war period, because when the Civil War started, I was in primary 2. I was just a child, but I still have a vivid recollections of the Civil War, air raids, and how everybody would be scampering, and parents will run and leave their children, and at the end of the day you hear stories that people died here and there. So I still have those memories. I have memories about how our education was disrupted because we had to move from place to place, from Port Harcourt, where the Civil War met us, to Aba, to Mohia, and so on. So we're always on the move. And for the 3 years that the Civil War lasted, I did not have the opportunity to attend school in any formal manner. But my mom was a teacher, so she just continued informally to brush us up anytime we had the opportunity to settle somewhere before the next move, before the federal troops will come calling.
Those early setbacks notwithstanding, Umana Okon Umana established his academic prowess at the St. Patrick's College, Calabar, when he made a distinction in the West African School Certificate Examination and emerged the school's best graduating student of the 1976 class.
After the Civil War, we came back, returned to Calabar, and of course, the stark reality of our parents losing everything after the war. We had to start again from the beginning, and it was a period of hardship, but again lessons were learned, so we started again. But thank God, even the 3 years period of the war did not really affect our education, because we came back and we were able to catch up, and we continued through secondary school, through university. university.
I could say that he's a very, very serious-minded person. I tell you, from class 1 to class 2, 3, 4, 5, the man was first throughout, which of course made some of us very envious of his academics. The man is a good product of St. Patrick's College.
He proceeded to the University of Calabar, where he studied economics and graduated in 1980 with a Bachelor of Science BSc Honours, second class upper division. Not satisfied, he went further in 1984 to study for a Master of Business Administration, MBA, in Finance from the University of Port Harcourt, River State. The SSG is a graduate of the Columbia University's Graduate School of Business, New York, and the London Business School. Educational achievements that have obviously prepared him for higher responsibilities.
When I met Umana in our first year in the university, and we all read economics together.
He's a man that is endowed with some uncanny wisdom. Again, I would say that he's a man with a lot of, he's patient with people who are less endowed.
He doesn't behave like people who just pass through school. I guess he knew what he went to do in school, and he did very well.
In 2007, his track record as a veteran of the civil service engendered his elevation to the high-profile position of Secretary to the state government. 4 years later, in June 2011, his versatility on the job got Umana Okon Umana a reappointment as Secretary to the state government. He was sworn into office on June 6, 2011, thereby becoming the first Akwa Ibom person to occupy that engine room of government twice.
We are telling you to your face that you did well. So now we need to challenge yourself. And the reward for good work is more work.
Of course, the opportunity to serve in the civil service and the opportunity now to hold a political position to save the people of Akwa Ibom State, thanks to, of course, the appointments given me by His Excellency Governor Akpabio.
He has always been a very hard-working man. He's always committed to whatever he does. He works very hard even when he comes home.
I'm not surprised that he has risen to this level. Mr. Umana is a very, very quiet worker. He's very unassuming. He's not proud. You could hardly notice him in a crowd because he maintains his dignity. But he's a voracious worker. I can tell you that. He's a voracious worker. He works 24 hours of the day, and his mental capacity is tremendous.
I'm not surprised about his achievements so far. It doesn't surprise me, because he had that. Even one of our professors, late Professor Esa, had identified him even since then in the university days. I'll be one of those brilliant boys that you can rely on and you can refer to.
He's a fantastic human being. I don't know how. And I think the governor made a good choice keeping him as the engine room of Akwa Ibom State.
One unique quality of the Secretary to the State Government, Umana Okon Umana, that has endeared him to his friends, associates, and others is his humility, regarded as the hallmark of any great leader.
Very humble gentleman. For you to call my friend, I was like, because some people you see, they'll tell you, my friend, or that, go and do this, go and do that. But he can never do such a thing. He gives respect to, in fact, the amount of respect I enjoy from him is enough to last a lifetime for me.
His strength of character Forthrightness, tenacity, sincerity, respect for elders, and generosity have also made him a dependable ally, whose great work ethics and sense of purpose are indications of reliability and competence.
He's hardworking, and he has this sincerity of purpose. If he's going to do something, he will not deviate and, okay, Your Excellency, okay, let me see what I can. No. He will tell you exactly what he will do and when he will do it. You know, he is a straightforward human being. Maybe when you interview other Millard after me, please ask them about Umana Umana. It's not that we are all, you know, talking about him sort of or discussing him, but each one of them has his own version of what Umana Umana did. And it's the same thing that I did, that my successor did. Say, oh, this guy is good, promote him. So it's not you say, look, and there was no connection, no contact between me and my successor about Umana Umana. But he did it, which means this man is consistently consistent in being good.
I noticed right from early that period that he is a very, very unique personality. He is the type that you give an assignment and you can go to sleep. You give him an assignment, you can go to sleep. And when you wake up, he has delivered the assignment. It's fantastic the way he works.
I've never heard SSG raise his voice at anything. Always calm, and that's what I pray to God. Teach me how to be like, because he still gets things done without shouting at anybody. He studied economics, and he's a very, very, very correct person when it comes to paying attention to detail.
In whatever he does, he's very good. So for me, he is one, what I would say, perfectionist. Two, he has a strength of character that is uncommon. If he says, I'm not going to do this, he means it. There is no way you are going to convince him to do what he says, I'm not going to do. And if he says, I'm going to do it, believe me, whatever mountain there is, he will surmount it. So I think he also is a man of courage.
He's a very straightforward person. He's not trickish. He's hardworking, very hardworking. That is what I know about him. He's quite an intelligent person, a very reliable person.
To unwind and mentally equip himself for the daily demands of his office, Umana Okon Umana's hobbies include reading, music, and chess, a game that he has had to put in the back burner because of limited time at his disposal.
Well, regrettably, I really miss chess. I don't have the time to play chess. You see, chess is a mental game and also requires a lot of time. But I cannot make out time for chess, and I really miss chess. I do hope that someday I'll go back to playing chess.
When he plays chess, he's very good, very good.
Though absent from the chessboard, the Secretary to the State Government, as Chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Chess Association, is still involved in the process of grooming the younger generation into grandmasters of the game of chess.
I'm still involved in the administration of the game so that we can provide a platform for the younger ones to embrace the game and become very strong chess players and maybe possibly make their mark in the international arena.
To keep fit and get himself mentally prepared for his daily appointments, an hour or two of squash is a regular pastime for Umana Okon Umana.
It's fun, and I think it's something that I do to keep fit and prepare myself for the task of the day. So, and I've been doing this regularly. So it's part of my routine.
I actually started playing squash almost at the same time with him. Even though I had earlier experience, but I stopped playing for a while until I met him playing again. Then I started. Then, well, he's a better player.
The game of squash basically keeps you fit, keep you trim, and on the medical side, you feel good, you feel strong enough to carry on the day-to-day activities.
Regarded as a guru by professional colleagues in finance and economic circles, Umana Okon Umana is a member of the Nigeria Economic Society and a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. Quiet and unassuming, his more than 2 decades old marriage to Florence Umana is blessed with 4 children: Edikana Basi, Kamnia Basi, Nsikara Basi, and Imitora Basi.
As I reflect, I can only say thank you, God, for sparing my life and for the favor of good health, the favor of a wonderful wife and children and family, even the favor of the opportunity to save Akwa Ibom State and to save humanity.
He's such a wonderful husband. He's a friend. He's a good father. Above all, he's very kind and considerate. He's an understanding man, and he's a man who loves his family.
At 53, Umana Okon Umana takes a retrospective look at the various phases of his very eventful life.
Looking back, I have every reason to thank God, considering the challenges I have met over the different phases of my life. But I think those challenges have toughened me. They've made me a better person. They've made me stronger, and those challenges have also positioned me to understand that this life, a lot of things that people run after are really things that will not matter at the end, ultimately will not matter.
His faith in God has also not wavered, considering his knowledge of the transient and ephemeral nature of life.
What would matter would be what record of service can you leave behind? What contributions are you able to make when you have an opportunity to save?
To his wife Florence, his friends, acquaintances and associates, long life and good health are just some of the birthday wishes for the very articulate, astute, but silent achiever on his 53rd birthday.
We pray that God will give him the grace to help, to change lives and to do more for Akwa Ibom State and the society in general.
I wish him long life and good health, a beautiful family.
We are grateful to God, all of us, his friends, and those other ones who want to know him. We are grateful to God that he is 53. I wish him long life. I wish him God's protection, because incidentally in the milieu that he has found himself, he needs God's protection. He needs God's wisdom. We ask God to endow him with a lot more knowledge, such that he could navigate the very difficult terrain of the milieu that he has found himself.
In the Bible, he said, if you want to be a leader, if you want to be great, you have to be a servant. God measures greatness not by status, but by service. So for me, he's done that well. All I wish him is greatness. Greatness from glory to glory.
Predictions are also made concerning the man whose future destiny is yet to unfold.
And I know that you have the shoulders to serve your people because your spirit is a good spirit. You believe strongly in Akwa Ibom and you believe in the development of this state, and you are fully committed, and I know that that will not change.
I can see him going higher than where he is now. I don't know where he is going, but I know that he will definitely go higher. And by the time he's 60, watch my prediction. Mr. Umana will have gone very, very high. And that is what I wish him. I know he has the goodwill, he has the capacity, and he has the intelligence to carry out any assignment in this country. He has the intelligence capacity. So I wish him the best. I want him to continue to do and work with his superiors and bosses the way he's working, because one day he himself will become a boss and he will need his subordinates to support him. So I pray that he will work with his present governor, and at the end of the tenure of the governor, I know something better will come his way.
I wish him long life and a higher position in Akwa Ibom State. I pray for that every time. I say, let God put him in a position that Akwa Ibom people will appreciate him. Let God put him in a position that he will do things, will now be vindicated that yes, this somebody who was a civil servant, he was given rapid promotion. He is now confirmed that he is good and he is hardworking. I always pray for that.
I would also wish that he continues the good work of appreciating people who are lesser than. That way, I'm sure God will continue to lift him.
I thank God for my life, and I pray that God would favor me with many more years so that I can continue to offer service.